Brosplay! Welcome back, y'all. This is my motherfucking bird. Look at him do swirls. Bird swirls. What were we talking about?
So I was just saying that it's always tough trying to figure out like what to talk about with people, especially because if you're in a position where no one knows what to talk about and no one knows what anyone else wants to talk about, you always end up talking about like the weather.
See, the weather is interesting because in some cases it's actually very interesting, but most of the time it's considered this like bad thing to talk about because it's like, nothing better to talk about in the weather.
Well, it just sounds so mundane, like some weird weather we're having. It just you sound like the most boring person in the world. Yeah, it's been rather blistery, right? Like it just seems, it doesn't seem exciting. It doesn't seem, even talking about sports seems like a lot more exciting. But even that, it's like we're just going to talk about the ball game on the weekend and the weather. Yeah. And then maybe we'll talk about like what we're going to do with our weekends. And then hopefully by that time I've got my coffee and we don't have to talk anymore. Like that's how it seems to go sometimes. But then you find that one friend where you're like, all you want to talk about is one particular thing.
Yeah, that's what happens when you and I are in public.
Yeah, and then everyone around us, like, we don't want to talk about Brosplay.
Yeah.
Or Super Not Cool.
Oh, yeah.
We get that you guys like it,
we're aware, but
we don't care.
I don't really care.
It's kind of like if you were with Bill Gates in that period in, like, the 90s, you would have no choice but to be, like, into computers and into, all that shit.
Right.
Because he's going to talk about it regardless of whether you care. And that's us. We are gonna be ourselves in your face.
This is such a silly decision to make.
Yeah, the snow thickness. I think that's why. I think they meant to have it obscure things. But what they didn't do well, you can't tell that you're in a layer of snow. It looks like you're under the ground.
Can you just acknowledge
Appreciate
that it looks like
head.
it's just
the Daxter head? It looks like he's riding a pink mountain. Just yellow hair and...
Oh, riding a pink mountain. That's probably what I'm going to call the episode. This is cool. I like this.
I like this easy scaling.
Oh,
that was sweet.
Oh,
Did you punch him?
I know. It was a butt slam.
Nice.
It was a horizontal butt slam.
Horizontal
butt slam. Ah!
Whoa.
What is this?
All
right.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know what the butt slam does for the people on the top row.
I don't want to know what the butt slam does for the people on the bottom row.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, bottom row people.
Woo! Oh, that's the first time they did that.
Yep.
That's a recurring theme. There's a thing we've seen before.
Hi. I know about stuff you've done. My name's Mitch.
Naughty Dog, we're familiar with your games. We like Jack.
One of the funniest things when people do an impersonation is they immediately say the name of the person
that they're impersonating.
Hi,
I'm Ani.
Yeah, it's just like my name's Morgan Freeman. It's like, yeah, we would know if you did it well.
Exactly. That's why basically nobody says who they're impersonating when they impersonate Obama. Because he has such a distinct
It's so easy to do
pattern.
that someone who doesn't know how to do voices can do it.
It's similar to walking in the way that it has a cadence that's totally unmistakable.
Yeah, and where walking is much harder to accomplish. Obama is really all about the pauses, and he says things like, "I stand before you here today."
Yeah, he's very stately. He's very straight-laced.
And I said...
Maybe not straight lace.
Thank you.
That's maybe too much, but
my Obama borders into Jerry Seinfeld. It's very.
What's up with that?
I stand before you here today. What's up with that?
You still?
Why am I standing?
You still remember? I don't even know what he's called. I don't remember if he was Cupid or not. But from the Fairly Odd Parents, that one character that's definitely supposed to be Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, absolutely.
So one of my favorite characters
I think
in that
April
show.
Fools.
So I read You know how sometimes you'll see like a big pile of facts from a website, like
Yes.
fun facts?
A dump.
Yeah, a dump of facts. One of them was actually about Fairly Odd Parents. And it wasn't like about the show, like creators or writers or any of that shit. It was about an episode. It said, apparently in one of the episodes, it's revealed that Timmy, like one of Timmy's first ever wishes, and it's a wish that he like kept hidden even from other fairies,
Oh.
is he wished that no one would ever age again so that he could have his fairies forever.
Oh.
That's why the show goes on for so long.
shit.
Because he actually essentially froze time.
That's dark.
Yeah. And that's like really deep for a show like Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah.
Which I love. I'm sure I've mentioned that before, but
A lot of kids shows do that, where it's just a really quiet little point in the background that they didn't really focus on. Like there's a theory about Rick and Morty that Rick is Morty from the future.
no.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty good theory.
Yeah.
Because that's almost like, you know how the victims of abuse always tend to...
They go back to the scene of the crime?
No, the people who have been abused generally tend to abuse others.
Right,
in their
in
life.
similar ways.
In the same way, yeah, Morty went through all of this heinous shit, but it's what turned him into the man who put him through all this heinous shit.
Yeah.
That's so poetic. It's so perfect for that show.
See, I have a huge problem with paradox. Like with the whole time paradox thing, I think it's silly.
What do you mean?
It breaks the suspension of it's the suspension of disbelief for me. Fuck. All right.
Oh.
No,
Bro, stay
That
on
was-
there. Okay.
Stay on your platform, Danny.
So wait, the time travel thing messes with you, you mean?
No, time travel is one thing, but paradox is where you were led to time travel by yourself because you use time travel. That it doesn't make sense. How could it have started? It's a paradox. It's impossible. And yet it's so common in time travel stories. Where, like, in Harry Potter, the only reason why they get to the point where what's-her-name uses her
Oh, the time churner.
time churner is because they save themselves. In the future,
That's
they
a
go
good
back
point.
to the past to save themselves to get
That
to
doesn't
the future.
really make any sense.
Makes absolutely no fucking sense, brother.
But at the same time, what we understand about... Oh, I thought
Oh, I died.
you fell through the map. Oh my god, that's funny. What we understand about time may not necessarily be all there is to it, but I've always been a fan of a theory that I just made up out of thin air.
Sorry, can I just point out that suddenly the camera is appropriate?
It's farther away.
It's actually
And
like
you can actually see where you're
and
supposed to
now
go.
it's back. I broke the original camera to make it better.
And then you
You're
rebroke
welcome,
it.
naughty dog. What were you saying, sorry?
I don't remember. What was I saying?
Oh shit! You can't get off topic because I interrupted you. That's my fault. If you forget, it's your fault.
What were we talking about?
Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, you're going way back.
Rick and Morty, time paradoxes.
Oh, yeah.
Hermione.
Well, just the way that time works, because we
Right.
obviously don't know per se how time works. I like to think that when you die, I mean, obviously there's a lot of theories about what happens.
Yeah.
But my theory is that your particular timeline can't obviously go past that. So the only logical thing is that it would then progress back towards the beginning and repeat itself.
This is the same spot.
Yeah, I have no idea where we're going in this building. I think we may have gotten all the power cells there are in this.
Hey.
Okay, at least they're revealed now. Deactivate
Deactivate
the
the
blockers. Open the frozen crate.
Interesting.
Maybe we can come down from Snowy Mountain now. Unless you want to find those blockers.
I think, yeah, there's an area over here I haven't been.
Oh, okay, okay.
I actually recall. Oh, no. This is where I was. And I opened that door.
See, I don't know where.
Because this is
go.
for Snowy Mountain. So there's still 2 that I need from here, or 3.
Well, we're not doing that one.
Open the frozen crate, deactivate the precursor blockers. That's
Which
probably...
are those bumper things?
Oh.
But where would that be?
Could be in here. Maybe it's at the very top of the tower.
I'm trying to think of a movie because I've definitely seen movies in which I really appreciated the way that the time looped on itself. Looper
was great.
Was a really good one. I love how I reminded myself of that just by the wording.
Well, I was thinking about it too. I was about to bring it up.
Because that one also goes out of its way to not make definitive answers. Right?
Yeah.
It tries not to say like, well then Harry went out to here and got hit by a rock, and the rock was what turned him around.
It actually kind of rushed its ending, which I didn't really like.
You think it rushed it?
Oh, absolutely. I think it was building up it was building up a character as a myth, and then out of nowhere, it just like completely explained the character.
That is true.
And that bugged me.
That is
but
definitely.
Beyond that, I enjoyed the movie.
The mystery definitely was lost.
You watch me fucking dance around this?
I'm surprised you're making it this far. Have you been this way?
Oh!
Apparently, we're gonna have to try again. I thought in some ways it was perfect because he even said it himself. He said, and then it hit me, or like, and then I saw it, because he put the pieces together. And that was part of his character's progression. But I know what you mean. They ruined the mystery because they answered all their questions.
Yeah, they answered. Well, there's also like the character that they answered, I didn't even feel was that important, and so it was kind of like they realized, oh shit, we haven't solidified the importance of this character yet. So let's just, I don't know, explain it quickly in a brief. What I really liked about it is how well Joseph Gordon-Levitt nailed Bruce Willis
as a young
his
man.
Mannerisms.
Yeah.
Oh man, was it ever good.
That was what I surprisingly really liked about that movie 17 again, is I felt like Zac Efron did a great job pretending to be Matthew Perry.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, I didn't know anything about him, to be honest, before that movie. So I was mostly just basing off the fact that I knew he was in High School Musical.
He's a good-looking guy.
He is a good-looking guy, Zac Efron.
Yeah.
And I was just very impressed with him. I thought that would... There's some movies that shouldn't be good, but are. And I think that's one of them. Like 17 again, it just seemed like it was just grabbing for too much. It was
I expected bullshit, but I enjoyed it.
I thought it was going to be like Big.
Oh. You're expecting too much?
No. Because Big was good because it was Tom Hanks and because it was the first time. But if they just like made a knockoff of
yeah,
Big,
another Big, yeah.
Well, like 13 going on 30.
I
don't remember who that is. By the way, you can punch those explosive boxes while you have red.
Okay.
Doesn't do damage to you while you have red.
It's red.
I honestly don't remember who she is. I can picture her face, but I just didn't find it like it. That one felt like a ripoff of Big, and excuse me. And Big was only good, like I said, because Tom Hanks is awesome, and it was the first time they tried it.
Yeah, I actually didn't expect much from, what was it called? Live, Die, Repeat. What was that movie called? God damn it. What the fuck is the point of this direction?
There might have... Did we already get a power cell from the top of that little... you're talking about Edge of Tomorrow.
Yes.
Which was good.
I loved that movie.
It was really good. Yeah, Tom Cruise. One of those polarizing figures. Because he makes Mission Impossible, which range from amazing to questionable at best.
I don't think I enjoyed Rogue Nation. Exactly. Sure that's the one I didn't like.
It just... When you make 5 movies, it's impossible for them all to be perfect, right? There's gonna be... I mean, what other series of 5 movies is flawless throughout? Like, don't tell me the first 6 Star Wars movies are flawless.
I mean, no, but you can say the 5 Star Wars are really good. Hey, this is a new area.
And you can say that now, but that's a fraction. 5 out of 9.
Have you seen Rogue One?
No.
It's good, man.
I've heard.
I
just don't care anymore.
So what they're like? So,
I hate to say it, but the Star Wars universe.
I care more now.
Oh, really?
Now that they're like, so when I first heard that, for fuck's sakes, this is the same.
We got to come down from Snowcat Mountain.
Okay, fine.
Unless there's something over this way.
No.
What's down there?
Yeah, that's probably where I have to go. No, I've been down there. We went down there with the bird. Hey.
Oh, you're good out there.
Oh,
we went up there.
So what was I talking about?
See if you can drop down from here.
What I was.
No, yeah. Just keep talking, bro.
Just keep talking, and no one explodes.
You just keep talking. No one gets hurt. Everything will be fine.
There's nothing different here, eh? Why was he down here?
Because you had to kill all of them to get a power cell.
Ah, okay.
There's just no sense of direction. My God.
When they first announced that they were gonna make a Star Wars movie every year, I'm like, well, that's gonna be bullshit. And then now I see the trend. It's a Star Wars episode every 2 years and a Star Wars story every 2 years, equaling, like, they alternate, equaling a Star Wars movie every year. But they're not. It's not gonna be an episode. Like so in between each year, they're gonna be making some sort of like spin-off concept, like Rogue One, or they're making a Han Solo movie now.
So wait, Rogue One is a spin-off?
Yeah, well, it's like it's the story of how they stole the Death Star's plans.
Oh,
because that's one of the the people have a problem with that. In the fourth movie, I think maybe there's a theory. I don't know. People are like, "How the fuck you just got the Death Star's plan? Like you're not gonna explain that shit at all?" So they made a whole movie.
Yeah,
it's got Mads Mikkelsen. He played what's his name? Hannibal in the TV show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's got
what's his name? Mads
Mikkelsen.
Okay.
It's also got it's got Forrest Whitaker.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, there are things to do down in the volcanic crater.
There's someone else in it too, right?
Ow.
You got roasted.
Well, they did two really weird things. One, they used a CGI face of Carrie Fisher, and put it onto a woman to make her look like she was 30 years ago, which was interesting because that was made like with Carrie Fisher. Like I'm pretty sure she had some sort of contribution to that. Probably did the voice or something like that. But what they did the same thing with the like the commander who ends up being the commander of the Death Star in the fourth movie.
Yeah, I
except
remember
that actor had died a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really weird to me because it's 30 years ago. You could have just, or no, it's not 30 years ago in the show. But anyway, you could have just found someone who looked like him and said, "This is the past," you know, like.
This is a new guy.
He looked different because it's a long time ago.
People also get that that's how it works. Like, look at Harry Potter. Dumbledore just changes.
Dude, look at Game of Thrones. They changed the mountain 4 fucking times.
Yeah, but no one cares about the mountain. If they changed Jon Snow, the whole show would end.
They changed Dario Naharis.
Yeah, but also no one cares about Dario Naharis. He's a very minor character. He's not even.
It matters when you don't know who the fuck they're talking about.
Yes.
Because it's like a different guy, and you're like, I don't get it.
I agree. That is actually a fairly big problem. But people sometimes do not respond well to changing the actress.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, you remember when Aunt Viv changed?
Aunt Viv.
In Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Did she?
Yeah. Go check out the pictures, because the Aunt Viv, the like straight black hair one, it's the one from like the first season. She looks like her sister. And then they changed her to this other woman who like does not look like the aunt at all. And
she was the one for the majority of the show?
No, probably only for the last like 2 or 3 seasons.
Ooh.
The change, yeah. And it was just not. It just didn't work.
That's always awkward because something complicated happened there.
Probably.
That was not just like a simple like, well, a focus group like.
Hopefully, it was a career move for her. Hopefully, she needed to move on to something else. But obviously, I haven't seen her.
Can I just say this place is giving me the fucking creepy.
Yeah, the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy.
The way that one was like the way the centipedes move is centipedes, man.
Yeah, spiders and centipedes, pretty tough.
I was just thinking in that last level, man, would I ever like another cohesive, complicated fucking level? Look at this place.
Yeah, this is nuts.
What the hell is happening here, man?
There's too many moving pieces.
Sorry, I shouldn't have brought up hell. This is a beautiful game.
What is happening here?
Hey, is it a song?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Is it?
What? Oh yeah. Something's happening here.
Oh yeah.
What it is
Isn't very clear.
Yeah, something like that.
There's a man with the gun over there.
He's saying, "Stop, baby, what's that sound? Everybody
This part
look
right
what's
here, like,
going down."
as a creator, it would have bugged me so much that the precursor orbs are a different color here.
Yeah,
That would.
I noticed that instantly.
Like, and I would have been like the artist, and then the head guy would have been like, that's the lighting engine, and I would have been like, but it's a totally. Come on, man.
All you have to do is create a different precursor orb for this level, or create a skin that's specific to the level.
Yeah, that's like what I was showing you in Dark Souls 3. Those boxes that had to be recolored in order to fit the scene. That they didn't just trust a lighting engine and walk away.
And honestly, that's the kind of attention to detail that makes a great game.
I heard the best fucking point, and I have to cite my source that it was from Game Grumps. Dan said, "There's no replacement for passion." And he then cited Dan Harmon, who's a creator of a lot of popular TV shows. I believe he's part of Rick and Morty. I know he's part of Community, as far as like a creator. And he says they're playing Cat in the Hat, and he's like, "You think anybody was passionate about animating Mike Myers' face onto Cat in the Hat?" It's like, no,
Never.
because if it was, you'd feel it. And I think that's such a solid point. There's so many products that have been just sucked. Actually, a solid point for that would be for like years, Sonic games were just trash. Have you heard of Sonic Mania?
I've heard of Sonic 06.
Sonic 06 is infamous. Sonic Mania is now just proper famous for just being a good fucking game. Sega, I think it is, or Capcom, I can't remember. They finally let somebody who wants to make a Sonic game make a fucking Sonic game. And they recreated a bunch of levels from old Sonic games, made their own new original ones, and it's fucking fantastic. And that's all it took, was somebody who just really, really wanted to make a Sonic game. They were making fan games before that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then finally, someone just...
That's pretty sweet that they actually
finally
finally gave them the power to do it.
Yeah.
All right, bro, I think I know what we need to do. I think we have to kill these centipedes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, I think we have to end the episode.
Well, we do. We will have to kill the centipedes next time, but I think that might be the only way to get a power source, because there's nothing else in this room.
Put a pin in it, not the centipedes.
Well, both.
Look at that shit. He's fucking dodging my shit,
You want to play
bro.
whack-a-mole with me?
Oh, wait, I can, there you go.
No way. Oh my god! It's a first-person shooter.
See, they were teaching me how to do this earlier.
No way. I don't remember them teaching you this. Yeah,
Hey.
there you go. Hey!
Ho, ho, ho.
Orbs! Next time, the Caterpillar's Doom.
Yeah.
Caterpillar Doom!
I don't think we did an actual proper ending to that.
What counts as a proper ending around
Like, did
here?
you say next to thank you for joining us? It's gonna be
no,
hard to
we
figure
didn't.
out. Okay, thank you for joining us.
That's the cue to the editor.
And also thanks for sticking around for this awkward ending. I mean, that's really what you expect from Brosplay.
Yeah, ending 1 and ending 2.
Yeah.
What would it be without it? Next time, caterpillars and fire and molten stuff.
Maybe Daxter leans on your head. No promises.